This is not a stealth fighter. This is not a show aircraft. This is a war machine, built for one job: to strike, to survive, to return. This aircraft was not designed to look beautiful. It was designed to fly into danger. Meet the Panavia Tornado, an aircraft born from cooperation, built by 3 nations, united by necessity: United Kingdom, Germany, Italy. 3 countries, 1 aircraft, 1 mission. The story begins during the Cold War. Europe was divided, East versus West, NATO versus Warsaw Pact. The threat was real. Enemy radar networks, surface-to-air missiles, interceptor aircraft. Any future war would begin fast, and it would begin deep inside enemy territory. NATO needed an aircraft that could cross borders, undetected, unstopped. Flying high was no longer safe. Radar coverage was expanding. Missiles were improving. So engineers chose a different path. They decided to fly low, very low, so low that radar could not see clearly, so fast that defenses could not react. This was the birth idea of the Tornado. No single country could build it alone. The cost was high. The technology was complex. So 3 nations came together. Britain brought experience. Germany brought engineering. Italy brought innovation. They formed Panavia. This itself was revolutionary. Different doctrines, different languages. 1 aircraft, the Tornado, a name chosen carefully. A tornado does not warn. It appears suddenly, hits hard, and disappears. That is exactly how this aircraft was meant to fight. The Tornado design was simple in philosophy: function over beauty, survival over elegance. Every surface had a purpose. Every angle had a reason. The most iconic feature: variable sweep wings. These wings could move: forward for takeoff, forward for landing, swept back for speed, swept back for penetration. This allowed 1 aircraft to do many things: short runway operations, high-speed dash, low-level terrain flight. Few aircraft ever balanced this so well. Low-level flight was the Tornado home. It was designed to fly just above trees, above buildings, above hills, at nearly 900 kilometers per hour. At that height, a human cannot react fast enough. So technology took control. Terrain following radar. This system scanned the ground ahead. It calculated altitude changes. It adjusted the aircraft automatically. The pilot selected speed. The aircraft followed the terrain. Day, night, rain, fog. The Tornado kept flying. This allowed missions that were once impossible. The cockpit tells another story. This is not a single pilot aircraft. 2 crew members. In the front, the pilot. In the back, the navigator, also called the weapons systems officer. While the pilot flew, the navigator managed radar, navigation, targeting, weapons. This division of work was critical at low altitude, at high speed. Human limits are tested. Teamwork kept the Tornado effective. There were multiple Tornado versions. The most important, Tornado IDS. IDS stand for Interdictor Strike. This was the true Tornado, built for ground attack, deep strike missions, runway destruction. It could carry heavy weapons, conventional bombs, laser-guided bombs, anti-runway munitions, anti-ship missiles. This aircraft could hit airfields, bridges, supply lines, far behind enemy lines. Then came the Tornado ADV. ADV stand for Air Defense Variant. This version was mainly for Britain. Its mission was air defense, intercept enemy bombers, protect national airspace. It had a longer fuselage, more fuel, powerful radar. It carried long-range air-to-air missiles, later known as Tornado F3. This version guarded the skies, while IDS attacked the ground. Performance was one of the Tornado's strengths. At altitude, it could reach Mach 2. At low level, it remained incredibly fast. Speed was not for show. Speed meant survival. The faster the Tornado flew, the less time defenses had. Every second mattered. Weapons made the Tornado lethal. It could carry more than 9,000 kilograms. Laser-guided payway bombs. Precision-guided munitions. Storm Shadow cruise missile. Anti-ship missiles. One aircraft. Multiple roles. One mission today. A different mission tomorrow. This flexibility kept the Tornado relevant. Combat proved its value. Gulf War 1991. Tornado aircraft flew the most dangerous missions. Low-level runway attacks. Heavy air defenses. Losses happened, but missions continued. The Tornado did what it was built to do. Later conflicts followed. Kosovo, Afghanistan, Iraq, with upgrades, new sensors, new weapons. The Tornado adapted. Survivability was built into the design. Strong airframe, redundant systems, electronic countermeasures, chaff, flares, everything to confuse enemy missiles. Because danger was expected, not avoided. Eventually technology moved on. Stealth aircraft appeared. Multi-role fighters replaced specialists. The Tornado slowly retired. Britain retired it in 2019. Germany and Italy followed. But retirement does not erase legacy. The Tornado proved a lesson. That mission design matters. That cooperation works. That flying low, flying fast, still wins wars. Many modern aircraft learn from its philosophy. The Panavia Tornado was not silent. It was not invisible, but it was effective. It entered hostile airspace, delivered destruction, and returned home again and again. A true Cold War legend. The Tornado was built for realism. It was not designed for perfect conditions. It was designed for worse conditions. Damaged runways, bad weather, night operations. Cold War planners expected chaos, and the Tornado was ready. One important strength: maintenance. The aircraft was designed to be serviced quickly. Panels were accessible. Systems were modular. Ground crews could repair damage and send the aircraft back. Fast turnaround was critical. In war, time is everything. The engines deserve attention. 2 turbojet engines, mounted close together. This improved survivability. If one engine was damaged, the other could still bring the aircraft home. Thrust was strong. Acceleration was aggressive, especially at low altitude. Fuel range mattered. The Tornado carried internal fuel and external fuel tanks. It could also refuel in air. This allowed long-range missions, deep penetration, extended loiter time, safe return. Navigation accuracy was vital at low altitude. There are no landmarks, so advanced navigation systems were installed. Inertial navigation, later GPS upgrades. The aircraft always knew where it was, even in complete darkness. The Tornado was also adaptable. As threats changed, the aircraft evolved. Older analog systems were replaced with digital systems. New displays, new targeting pods, laser designation, infrared sensors. This allowed precision strikes with minimal collateral damage. Training Tornado crews was not easy. Low-level flying is dangerous. Pilots trained for hundreds of hours. Simulators, night flights, terrain following missions. Mistakes were costly, but training saved lives. Many pilots described Tornado flying as intense. There was no room for distraction. Seconds mattered. Meters mattered. At high speed, at low altitude, this aircraft demanded respect. International cooperation continued even in service. Shared upgrades, shared experience, shared combat lessons. British, German, and Italian crews learned from each other. This made the Tornado stronger. Psychological impact mattered. Enemy radar operators often detected nothing until explosions appeared. That uncertainty was powerful. The Tornado created fear without being seen. Critics existed. Some said it was too complex, too expensive, too specialized. But war proved otherwise. When missions were hardest, the Tornado was sent. As years passed, new aircraft appeared. Eurofighter Typhoon, F-35 Lightning. More advanced, more versatile, the Tornado role slowly reduced, but it was never rushed out because experience matters. Final missions were symbolic. Last flights, last deployments. Pilots knew they were flying history. Museums now display Tornado aircraft, engines silent, wings still, but stories remain. Stories of night missions, low-altitude runs, high-risk bravery. The Panavia Tornado represents an era of preparation, an era of tension, an era of precision. It was built for a war that thankfully never came in Europe, but it proved itself elsewhere. Not many aircraft can claim this. Designed in the Cold War, fought in modern conflicts, adapted for decades. That is rare. The Tornado did not chase perfection. It chased effectiveness. And that is why it succeeded. This aircraft reminds us, technology matters, but purpose matters more. Clear mission, clear design, clear execution. The Tornado was never about glory. It was about results, and results were delivered.